Greetings of health, and thanks for tuning back into Coach Stacy's Healthy You. You know, we've been talking about sugar all week, and before we go any further, I want to introduce you to my sugar, Joe Fowler.
I've been called a lot of things by her. Sugar's a good one, though. That's a good one.
And you know, you might recognize Joe from the infomercial fame. Right, Joe?
Well, yeah, I'm on late night, early mornings, you name it, selling products. One of my favorite ones is the New Wave Oven, which means I do a lot of eating because we cook a lot of food. And that's why I wanted to join you for this sugar talk, because I have to be careful about sugar. My mom had diabetes, and I always watch the amount of sugar I take in, but I can't help it sometimes. And you know this.
Well, I know, Joe. And neither can you out there. No, you can't help it either, because we all have a sweet tooth.
Oh.
America just has a sweet tooth, Joe.
This one gets me every time. I support the troops. They're the Girl Scout troops in this case, but I support them. Here's the Thin Mints, and I love them. Coach, you know as well as I do, I eat the whole sleeve.
The whole sleeve?
Yes, because it's easy to. You start eating and eating, it's unconscious, all of a sudden it's gone. So how many calories am I consuming here?
The whole sleeve, Joe, that's 640 calories.
640?
Well, 2 spin classes, and you can burn that off, though. Two spinning classes, Joe.
I don't do spinning, no. Okay, but what about the sugar, since that's your topic today? How many grams of sugar?
In the particular Thin Mints, 4 cookies have 10 grams of sugar.
4?
How many is that?
16. 4 times 10. 40 grams of sugar?
40 grams of sugar in that sleeve.
Oh,
if you eat the whole sleeve.
Gosh, well, yeah, and I do.
Okay.
Oh, that's too much sugar. No, thanks. Goodbye. I have to learn moderation, don't I?
Well, there's one that will surprise you here. Today I was leaving class, and I needed a little snack. And so I thought, I'm going to grab some nuts. Healthy, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So I started looking at the nuts, some of these cashews, and I couldn't believe that they had
sugar
in them.
3 grams of sugar. It's not a lot, but still, I didn't think there was sugar in
I didn't know it.
cashews.
I mean, it was a shock to me today, too, but I started to look for those
my
hidden
gosh.
sugars, Joe, that you might find.
What other things have sugar in it?
It's shocking when I started looking at labels. I mean, I found it in ketchup, in my salad dressings, in my yogurts. It's in milk. It's in breads. I mean,
In bread?
In some breads, yes.
My gosh.
And so when you start adding those all up, well, you know, it just adds up and goes other places to the hips, you know.
Oh, well, yeah.
From the lips to the hips.
Well, okay. Soft drinks. This is our favorite, Dr. Pepper. This is actually one of the celebrating 125-year cans. This says made with real sugar on
That's
it.
right,
I guess
Joe.
that's better sometimes than
We grew up on this. We thought
Absolutely.
we thought we were hydrating.
Well, I'll tell you what we are getting. 40 grams of sugar.
I know.
So I eat that sleeve of cookies
Yep.
and I have that's 80 grams of sugar.
You wash that down. That's just a small drink, Joe. Imagine what the big gulps have in it, because that's just one can.
Can you tell me how many teaspoons? Because I can picture teaspoons. How many teaspoons are in this?
Well, when you go into soft drinks average somewhere between 10 and 12 teaspoons per can.
But you're talking about added sugars here,
Yes.
right? I mean, I can eat fruit.
Yes.
And things that have natural sugars.
Well, you're getting some vitamins and minerals in those, but there's no vitamin and minerals in your soda pops
It's
and your cookies and your Reese's and all that as well.
And your favorite, guess what? Miss Health and Fitness does have a Twizzler a night. One?
Well, sometimes.
Or
2, or maybe 4.
Yes, okay.
Not every night, Joe.
Let's just say you have 2. Wait a minute. Oh, 3. Okay, say you have 3 because they're serving size 3. 15 grams of sugar.
Okay. You know, but it is low fat, Joe.
It does say low fat right there. But I mean, basically, we're all guilty of some amount of sugar. And this is added sugar, right?
The added sugars, Joe. I mean, I don't want to, sugar, I don't want to say we're not going to get any sugar,
Right.
but you'd be shocked at how much sugar we are getting.
And these are empty calories, aren't they?
No nutritional value at all, and that's a problem. Unfortunately, those Twizzlers, artificial, fake fruit, all that, so just fun.
Okay.
Just fun eating.
Yeah. Well, this is not fun. You showed me this before we rolled tape. Please explain what people are seeing right here.
This is what we should be getting, Joe. 6 to 9 teaspoons of sugar a day. This is what we should get.
Okay, now 6 for women and 9 for men, basically?
Basically in there.
Okay, this is doable. This doesn't look overwhelming. That's what we should get.
That's what we should get. But, Joe, here is the problem in America. This is what we are getting a day.
No.
And you can see right there that we've exceeded our limit. But wait, Joe, as they say, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Uh-oh.
There's more.
No.
In 3 days, this is the amount of sugar that you get. Now, I want you just to imagine that.
No.
Here we are 3 days later.
Oh!
This is all the sugar. I think I'm getting a high from just blowing on here.
Oh!
Just look at that. That's how much sugar the average American consumes in 3 days.
Too much sugar.
Too much sugar. But what I do want to remind you today is how much sugar you can have. And
Okay.
for women, that's 6 teaspoons of sugar a day.
All right, 6 teaspoons.
But, you know, in the packaging, it's in grams, Joe.
Oh, the nutritional facts?
Yes, yes.
So how many grams of sugar is that?
24 grams of sugar a day.
24 grams of sugar a day for women. What about us guys?
Ah, you get a little bit more, you little sweet things. You get 9 teaspoons of sugar a day.
Which is
36 grams.
36 grams of sugar a day. That's what I got to start remembering. I got to keep it down to that, right?
Yes, and I want you to think about lowering your sugar levels
Yep.
and think about moving a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's your big deal,
Because you know what I always say.
right?
When you're moving, you're improving.
She's right.